Oh, okay, we go first against Alishnorn. So this is a ETB ability that will get stopped by Alishnorn, but if we can get this out faster than they can, be good. Rest of our hand's pretty ambitious. Probably shouldn't have kept it, to be perfectly honest. The bonus really clogs the hand up. Mono white though, so they don't have too much in the way of hand disruption. Oh, okay. So the fact we're getting black sources is good because Bolus is triple black. We just need the blue and red extras now. And a white source would be good. Yeah, this is the thing. 5 colour, risky. Curse of Silence. Oh man, it's annoying. So it can make Omnath cost 2 more. But if we essentially pay the 2, then the cost is regular, right? Oh, there we go. There's the white source. Fantastic. This is honestly... Oh, they've got a kill spell, maybe? Shame, because I love this card. It triggers only once each turn, but like getting 1 land every turn for essentially free is kind of cool. Do they have a kill spell? Patriarch's Humiliation would get rid of the ability. It's just going to straight up exile it. Okay. They respect the power level of the back alley. So this is a pretty bog standard Alishnorn deck, to be honest. Sadly, they exiled the back alley. Celestus, so they're going to get Alishnorn in the following turn. Lots of draw effects here. We can straight up go for Bolus with the alternate casting cost here. Kind of epic. And if we tick up, we can just leave the Joda in defense mode to protect Bolus. And if they don't have a kill spell for it, then they might not even deploy the Alishnorn next turn. And they straight up got rid of the Wedding Invitation. Okay. So worst case scenario, something like Elspeth Conquers Death, or... There's a few ways, quite a lot of ways. So yeah, Joda's just proving that, you know, giving you access to Wooburg here is so strong. There you go. Doesn't take much sometimes. Hello, welcome to the channel. Let's celebrate the launch of March of the Machine by looking at Omnath, Locus of all. So I'm sure you're aware, but over the years, Omnath has been gaining colours, and now he's finally all the colours, including black. It's really cool how the black mana symbol stands out in the middle. It's really important, because obviously that's his final form. He's a lot stronger than I had originally thought, because he just kind of sounds a bit boring at first, but then it made me realise it kind of wants you to build in a particular way, and the way that we have built is, this is a triple colour tribal deck. So you want to have cards that have at least 3 or more colours to be able to synergise with them. So let's read what he says. If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes black. So essentially mana drains during phases, but with this guy out, you will never lose the mana. So in your opponent's turn, if you tap 1 mana, it will store it, and in your turn you'll have it as black mana. Pretty cool. But the meat and bones at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, look at the top card. You may reveal that card if it has 3 or more colours. Coloured mana symbols, and if you do, you add 3 mana in any combination of colours and put that card into your hand. If you don't reveal it, put it into your hand anyway. So basically, draw a card, and if it's 3 or more colours, you get 3 mana, which is really powerful because it means you can cast turn 7 spells on turn 5, which is something that I don't think many people are as excited about as the previous Omnath, because the previous one was kind of broken. But yes, this one is really cool. So some of the best triple coloured cards are in this deck. So we've got, well, triple or more. So we've got Attracts of 4 colour. You know what this card does. It comes in, draws you up to 10 cards, including battles, which we don't actually have any in the deck, but that's for another time. We'll talk about battles another time. I just don't have any in this deck. We've got Ruinous Ultimatum, which is one of the best board wipes ever created. You've got all the cool stuff, Nicobolus, God Pharaoh, Planeswalker, Lord Xander, the Kami War, which can exile stuff, Joda. So there's a lot of toxic cards, but in the 99, this is not as bad because they're not as reliable. So let's look at some of the stuff that you might not expect to see that often. We've got Zeator's Envoy, which I really like, being 3 colours. Whenever you deal damage to to a player, look at the top card, you may play a land from the top, or cast a spell with mana value less than or equal to the number of damage dealt from the top of your library without paying its mana cost, which is really cool. We also have Back Alley Gardener, which is an alchemy card. Whenever one or more creatures comes in, you get to seek a land card, put it into play. This is really powerful, and I love being able to put this into a shell and be able to use this, because it just feels like cheating at mana of any type, not just basic. It's super good. We've got Unleash the Inferno, which can deal 7 damage to a creature or planeswalker, and if you've got any excess damage, that can destroy an artifact or enchantment with mana value less than or equal to that excess damage. It's a bit weird, but you can basically get 2 for 1 with this, which is really powerful. And then I think another star card would be the Whirlwind of Thought. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, draw a card, which is really epic. We don't have too many of the brand new cards in here, but one of them that I do want to talk about is Surge of Salvation, which is an uncommon, but it's uber strong for 1 white. You and permanents you control gain hexproof until end turn. This is crazy because some of the thought seizes you can protect yourself from this, and also prevent all damage that black and red sources would deal to creatures you control this turn. This is a really good direction for sideboard cards. So if you don't know what a sideboard card is, it refers to 60 card formats where after game 1 you'd be able to sideboard. So you'd have a 15 card deck that you'd be able to slide cards into your main deck from, and they would be very specific silver bullets to deal with situations. But Wizards of the Coast have basically said that they want to be able to create more diverse cards at all times, which I think is great, because what it means is less waste, and waste is bad. You don't want to open cards that you're never going to use. So having a silver bullet staple to a really powerful ability means the cards that see more play. I love that. I love seeing cards like this, because it's good in scenario 1, but it's also good in scenario 2 as well, because you can't always guarantee, you know, the correct matchups for this, but this is good. Slightly anticlimactic there, but yes, there's a lot of awesome gold cards. That's why the deck's called Goldfinger. If you want to check the deck list, it will be below. I'm going to do a lot more decks from March of the Machine, so I hope you stay and join me for more of those in the upcoming future. But until then, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, because it really helps small creators like me get bigger. And if you'd like to donate to my channel, you can do that via Ko-fi. I would highly recommend doing it via Ko-fi, because YouTube takes 30% of donations. So if you do want to donate, do it via Ko-fi, because Ko-fi takes 0, basically. It just takes like less than 10%. But yes, let's get into the video, and thanks for watching. Ooh, okay, opponent goes first with the first sliver. And what better way to test out a brand new deck by facing a tested, established, known deck that is really annoying and powerful. Today we'll be looking at Elvish Mystic and Gilded Goose in our starting hand. Let's see if we can ramp into something good. Oh, and there's the forest coming in hot for the Elvish Mystic, passing back to our opponent, laying down their second land, which is tapped. Oh, now we can go for a turn 2, Settle the Wilds, which is a strong play from MTG Josh. Next turn we may be able to lead up with another powerful play, perhaps even going for the Omnath, but it could be met with a counter spell, which is quite deadly. So instead, let's go for Shana here. If they do have a board wipe, we're absolutely buggered, but we'll give it a go. Shana should be able to help us draw some cards to refill our hand, but seeing as we gain no life this turn, we'll be drawing 0. And here coming in with a Teferi, who is quite defenseless, but they will be slowing us down by bouncing the Shana. We could just straight up exile the Teferi here, which may provide to be useful, although the second mode bounces something, so they may not play anything at all. However, slowing them down is going to be effective. Getting rid of Teferi does mean that we can play instants in their turn. So let's see how this goes. If they don't play anything, then we still sort of get some advantage, because we make them discard a card anyway. Let's just hope they don't get anything too powerful with the sliver. Black Market Connections, one of the strongest cards in the game. So we should probably get rid of something, but which? I think getting rid of the Black Market Connections is most effective, because recasting the first sliver gives them another advantage. Perhaps it's time to go for the search for glory to find ourselves a way out of the first sliver hell that we may be encountering very soon. And I think binding the old gods is a good answer for first sliver here. Taking care of it and ramping our stuff up is always a good sign. Also, when the Kami War flips, we get ourselves a lovely dragon. So we haven't actually cast Omnath yet, but it could be worth doing it in the following turn, seeing what they have here. They might choose to re-establish the black market connections, or they could use Casualties of War, which they definitely have in their hand right now. Absolute betrayal of enjoyment there. Okay, at least we do get a land back, so I feel like it was maybe a little bit preemptive. And we still don't have the right mana for the Omnath. So let's go for the Shana. And perhaps a bold move in order to try and get some more cards. Although next turn we will have the potential to gain 3 life and draw 3 cards with Shana. So let's see if that pays off. Not having access to red mana has hurt us quite a bit, because the back alley gardener would have given us a bit more advantage if we had it out. Let's hope that Casualties of War doesn't win them the game. And of course, it's Nicol Bolas, God Pharaoh, who probably is going to just kill the Shana here, annoyingly. Yes, this is most certainly an incredibly painful matchup here. Right, we can go for the back alley gardener. But we can also go for the Omnath, and whilst doing so, we'll regain a land whilst doing so. Knowing our luck, they'll have yet another kill spell to take care of our creatures. But if he does, then perhaps he'll leave Nicol Bolas undefended. So they're going to get another Nicol Bolas. Of course they do. There's nothing I like more than facing down against my own cards that was stolen from me. Ah, yes. And now Omnath is going to bite the bullet.
Defiance has consequence.
That is pretty ridiculous value they have there from a sliver deck with no slivers, of course. Oh, and of course a language takes out everything else as well. Ah, yes, the joys. So I think we are basically just going to lose the game here, because they can kill anything we play with this Bolas. So probably just going to call it quits, as I feel like this is going nowhere. Oh, okay, we go first. We don't have green, but we have the Llanowar Elves. We don't have the big score, no red either. This is a very dodgy hand. We've got to feed the Swarm. We could risk it, but they have a very fast deck, so I think we're going to mulligan this. Oh, this is not great either. This is the one issue with 5-colour decks, but I guess the Sentinel turn 1 is great against a deck that cares about spells, because they're going to need to cast instants and sorceries to make their things bigger. If we get a green source or a red source, we might be okay. Okay, well there's a green source. So next time we can go into the north and ramp into big things, so I feel slightly safer now. So they could just use that to kill our Sentinel next turn, which is sad news. Go for black source here. So yeah, sadly they can just kill our Sentinel without actually putting any effort in, but we do have the Wrath of God, so they go for another creature. We kind of have a nice way of getting around their stuff. Oh, they're going to go for more creatures. Okay, that's good. That's a good sign. Okay, we'll go for more ramp for now. And yeah, we're in a pretty damn good position. I mean, the Wrath of God will kill our guy as well, but, you know. So the one weakness of their deck, I think, is land count. Because it's such an aggressive deck, they probably have very few lands in order to kind of storm off. And because they have the Harmonic Prodigy, it means anything is going to get double triggers. Wow. We get to draw. Okay, so another way to get a land. Fantastic. So this would probably be a good turn to use Wrath of God on our next turn if they tap out and don't have any blue sources. Yeah, I guess even though they drew 3, they still miss a land drop, which is pretty unfortunate, to be honest. I'd probably advise putting more lands in that deck if you're watching. Okay, opponent goes first with Atraxa. So this is the new Atraxa. Well, I say new, it's the old Atraxa, the one that proliferates rather than the new 7-mana one, but she's still very powerful indeed. So our deck has a lot of tap lands, but it also has 15 basics, which we oddly rarely see. So we have the green source, which is good, because next turn we probably go for Settle the Wilds. And if we can keep the Joda around for a bit, then he can make our spells cost a little bit cheaper. Okay, got some really powerful cards in hand here. We've got all the mana we kind of need as well to cast Omnath. But they're going to have 4 colours of really powerful things. Proliferate, Drain. Oh, that's really painful. We've got 2 kill spells. Let's go for the Atraxa here, get that out of the way. And then we can cast the Garrett's Uprising. So next turn, if we want to play a creature, we should be able to draw a card. I've got a lot of creatures in the deck with power 4. So whenever they're deployed, you get to draw a card, which is really nice. And it gives them trample as well. So the Scheming Aspirant seems pretty decent. Like, Proliferation is interesting. You don't have to actually put counters on anything in order to trigger the Proliferate trigger. Tameo. Okay, so we probably want to kill that with the Void Rend. There's a threat a turn here. Or do we want to go for a creature? Because then we can go for the Brawl Offering as well. Maybe that would be better. Brawl Offering in the following turn. Go for Joda first, see what we hit here. Tap land. Okay. Now I'm worried about what removal they're going to have. Tameo can tap our stuff down as well. So they're a Proliferate deck. They're going to be able to get to this ultimate really quick, which is concerning as well because it's basically Omniscience. Draw 3 cards, you get an emblem with you may cast spells without paying the mana cost. Liliana. Oh my goodness. So if that ultimates, that's game over as well.
I'll find a use for you later.
Damn. Okay, so now there's 2 things we have to be careful of.
I have many scrolls of data to share.
Let's go for this Necrobolus. I think we want to kill the Tameo here because she's scary as heck.
This study is over.
And if he survives, then maybe we can try and get some free spells from their deck. But yeah, making the zombies is going to be annoying because they're going to be able to attack into our bolus. And they've got 5 mana open, which is plenty enough for a big spell of a destructive kind.
What a good, mindless minion.
And another Tameo, okay.
My flesh was a sick.
We can actually steal their Tameo if we need to with the Brawl Offering.
Do not write this.
Okay, let's see what we hit. Let's go for a random first. Staff of Completion, that's a pretty good hit. And then, yeah, let's bring back our Tameo, and then we'll kill the Lily, because that Lily is pretty damn good.
I am Tameo.
And then we can also
To meet you.
kill that Tameo. Wow, we're getting really lucky with these spells here. Absolute domination. And then we can also
Phyrexia's
tap
victory is near.
this oh no, hang on a sec. What does this actually do? Oh no, we want to tap down. We'll tap down those 2 so they can't untap as well. Kind of mean, but
Listen and learn.
wow, I didn't realise she says non-impermanence. That's kind of crazy. So yeah, we've cleared 3 Planeswalkers now. It's clearly a what is it? A Super Friends build. Just chucking in all the Planeswalkers. Oh, and they can deal 3 damage to the Tameo, killing her off. Wow, that's really powerful. I can see why this run is
I will not
kind of
stand
crazy. Like, for 3 mana,
violence.
she does exactly the same as what the 5 mana Nissa does. Let's see here. Let's go for the Omnath. Paying the life. I want to draw a card with the Uprising and see what we get here. And a Clothis. Okay, well if that's the case, let's see what free spell we can get. Hopefully it's not a board wipe here. That would be kind of annoying. And bad for the sequencing. Azuri, wowzers. Proliferate, draw a card seems pretty damn good, right? Okay, so we're going to proliferate our own Bolas twice. And then draw 2 cards. That is kind of crazy. Oh wow, we hit swords too. Now we can give it the Clothis. Wow. Fantastic. Swords on the Omnath. Damn, makes me wish I had the Vapor Sanctuary out, but... Or even the Hinata, that would have cost them 1 more. Oh well. We've got a 9 loyalty Bolas. Let's just cross our fingers and hope they don't have a way to get rid of it. So Teferi can bounce Azuri to their own hand, which is kind of irritating. The Ren will untap a land to deal 3 extra damage. They can deal 5 to Bolas this turn. Really powerful. Just the fact they have random abilities like this is very, very difficult to kind of track. They've added a really interesting effect as well to these gods. So they've made them look all sparkly. So basically to denote that it's not an online creature. That's kind of cool. That's definitely new. Swinging in for 5. So they are tapping out completely.
Your persistence is charming.
Okay, let's get rid of something. Right, let's go for a free spell again. Their deck seems to be absolutely stacked here. -4 and then proliferate. Okay. That's free, so we might as well just do that. Yeah, shame we don't have their Azuri, but... Okay, we go for the Omnath again. The discount on his casting cost is pretty damn good. Day of Judgment as well. So if we go for the Hinata, does that turn Clothis online? It does. That's good news. So let's try and go for the Teferi. The ultimate here... You may play lands and cast permanents from your graveyard. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, they're going to get Liliana as well. I should have gone for that. Okay. So we're going to lose 2 of our creatures here. Oh, it's got trample, hasn't it? Oh, wow, that's coming in clutch, that trample. So they don't have proliferate. Oh, they do, they've got the Azuri. Oh, that sucks. They can do so much here. So many different things. So they're going to go for the Azuri, and then they're going to proliferate twice. Can we just target that? Why can't we target that? So it's an ETP. Oh, because I got Teferi, we can't do anything in their turn. God damn it. Oh, this is painful. Yeah, this is painful. So now they can go for spells in the graveyard each turn. We're going to really struggle to deal with this because every single turn they can go for Liliana. So before that goes away, let's see quickly, what is loyalty? I think we could destroy itself. Oh no, you own. Okay, let's just draw a card. Damn, their hand is crazy. Inquisition, so they can take away many different things here. Damn. Can we get back into this game, guys? What do you think? Go to the seas that spoils. Oh, but we do have the Clothis, don't we? So we can get rid of the Liliana. Maybe Clothis is our way out of this. maybe it's our way out of this. We can attack and kill both their walkers, although they can recast them. We should probably exile this. Let's get that out of the way. Right, let's see what the free spell is. Ashy, oh my god! That's incredible. So we can just annihilate they can't do anything now. Yeah, if we exile their graveyard, their ultimate is meaningless. Oh my goodness! Absolute clutch Ashiok betrayal there. Top 10 anime betrayals. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.